Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, I want to walk you through a really powerful new web tool. It's designed to help with a part of the cancer journey that's so important, but, often doesn't get talked about enough: the cognitive and the emotional side of things. So let's dive in and see how it works. If you or someone you care about has been through cancer treatment, you might be nodding your head right now. That feeling, that mental fog, having a hard time concentrating, or those little memory lapses, it's often called chemo brain. And it is a very real and very frustrating experience for so many people. And that right there is exactly why this tool was built. This is the Cognitive Cancer Support web app. Think of it as a private, super user-friendly companion designed to help you navigate these exact challenges, all from your own computer or phone. So what's it all about? Well, we're going to take a quick tour through its 5 main features. We'll look at tracking your journey, engaging your mind, checking out your personal dashboard, finding support, and maybe most importantly, making sure your data stays completely yours. All right, first up, tracking your journey. This is all about helping you build some self-awareness and really start to understand the specific symptoms you might be dealing with. And it all kicks off with something called the cognitive self-assessment. Because, before you can start managing something, you've really got to measure it first. This tool gives you a simple, structured way to just check in with yourself and see where you're at. And the assessment gets really specific. It lets you keep track of all those common symptoms, things like memory problems, trouble concentrating, that unusual fatigue that's so hard to describe, changes in your mood, or difficulties with sleep. By logging these, you start to build a really clear picture of what's going on over time. But look, it's not just about tracking what's happening. The app is also designed to help you proactively engage your mind with some really neat interactive tools. For example, there's a simple brain game in the app called Memory Match. It's a really low-stress, kind of fun way to test your memory and just give your brain a gentle workout by flipping cards and finding the matching pairs. And beyond just games, there's also a dynamic cancer awareness quiz. Now, this isn't about passing a test. It's really a tool for empowerment. The more you understand about cancer, prevention, and symptoms, the more in control you can feel on your own health journey. Okay, so you're tracking your symptoms and you're engaging with these tools. So where does all that information actually go? Well, that brings us to your personal dashboard. I want you to think of this dashboard as your own private command center. It pulls everything together into one spot, giving you this clear visual summary of your cognitive health journey. The whole point of the dashboard is to give you an at-a-glance summary. You can immediately see things like your latest self-assessment score, the total number of symptoms you've tracked, and hey, even your high score from the brain game. It's all laid out to make your own data easy to see and understand. Now, managing cognitive health isn't something you should ever have to do in isolation, and that is why this next feature is so important: finding support and resources. The app has a dedicated resource finder built right in. With just a couple of clicks, it can connect you to a curated list of support groups, specialized hospitals, and confidential helplines. It really just takes all the guesswork out of finding help. And we're not talking about just random links here. The tool points you toward established, reputable organizations that can actually help. Places like the Cancer Support Community or the National Cancer Helpline. It helps you find the right support system for you. And beyond just connecting you to outside groups, the app also offers practical tips for your own mental health and wellness. It's got advice on things like how to practice mindfulness, why it's so important to connect with loved ones, and even guidance on when it might be time to seek professional help if you're feeling overwhelmed. All right, let's talk about our final section. And honestly, this might be the most crucial one of all, especially when you're dealing with sensitive health info. And it's this: your data stays yours. This right here. This is the core promise of the entire app, and it's a really powerful one. All the information you enter, your symptoms, your scores, your activity, it is all completely private, and it never, ever leaves your personal device. So you might be wondering, how is that even possible? Well, the app uses a technology called local storage. The best way to think of it is like a digital notebook that lives only on your computer. The app saves your data directly inside your web browser, not on some company server, not in the cloud. It stays with you, and only you. So the process is incredibly simple. 1, you use the app and you enter your information. 2, that data is saved only in the browser on your device. And 3, absolutely nothing is ever sent to an external server or shared with anyone, period. Your privacy is the #1 priority. So that brings us to this final question, which is really a question for you. By having a private, simple tool to monitor and engage with your mind, what kind of new patterns might you start to notice? What new insights could you gain on your own health journey? This app simply provides a way for you to start finding those answers for yourself.